In 2018, I was able to clear over 100, or no, up to, it was like 109, 110,000.
Congratulations.
So it was a huge, so people go into security mode. They want to do something where they feel secure.
Right.
That's why most parents say go and get a secure job.
Yeah.
That's why most people want to have that secure check. And it's ridiculous. I mean, if you look at the statistics, there's barely any kids that are actually getting jobs that they went to college for. And if they are, they're miserable. If they're working with people that they hate, they're getting paid under the educational level, or working a job that was not meant from what they or not what they learned from.
Yeah. New shit.
Starting now. Welcome everyone to episode 5 of the Yacht Club.
Yes.
We are here today with a very special guest named Onyx, or also known as Daniel. We're gonna pick his brain a little bit and find out what he does because we always see him on the Instagram. Imagine like nobody knows anything about you, but then they go on your Instagram and they see like all of your motivational quotes, they see all of like the meetings that you attend, they see all of the people that you surround yourself with, and then they see you talking about like, oh, I don't party, I don't go out because, have better things to do, and opposed to like the usual people that go out every weekend and stuff like that. Like, what do you think? Like were you always that way? Like when people go on there, they're gonna see that person, but like, what got you there?
What was the breaking point there?
So that's an interesting. I like that. This is a great interview. Okay, so I was always partying, drinking drugs, girls, the whole 9 yards. I was bad in college.
Yeah.
I was super
turned down
bad.
for what?
Yeah, dude, I was. It's crazy. True story. I don't really talk about this. True story. Back whenever this is some low key shit. Whenever I was 19, it was either 19 or no, it was 19 years old. I got money from FAFSA.
Oh, okay.
And
that check.
I'm actually ratting myself out right now.
Exposing.
Most of it went to school. It went to school, but a majority of it, was okay.
Yeah, but so did you like ever at any point you're like you're spending the money, you're having a good time, you're partying, you're living the life, but at any point where you're like, I should probably try and invest some of this money, maybe try and flip some of this money? No, not yet.
Not at all.
Not yet.
Anything that I got, I was dead broke. I had no car. I was driving my brother's car. It was a Nissan Xterra 2004.
Right.
And I was driving his car because he couldn't drive it because he didn't have his license yet.
Okay.
So I would literally dig quarters or change up from my couch to go deposit it at town.
We all know how that is.
And I literally didn't want to work a job. This is whenever I quit. I didn't want to go back to working a job.
Right.
And so that's whenever I got into photography. I was like 19, I was like 19, 20 years old when I got into photography. And so I was making $200 every 2 weeks to a month.
Right.
But some way, somehow, how you can stretch
some
a
little
small
gig
amount
or
of money
something.
whenever so that's what ended up happening. But I hit my breaking point like around 23.
Yeah.
I'd say 23, when I was just tired of it because I was to the point where I was like, again, digging up quarters on my couch.
Yeah.
I had no money. I couldn't do things with friends. I was asking my dad for $20 whenever I wanted to go to Bombshells for Thirsty Thursdays. I would literally come up to him and be like, hey dad, my boys are at the Bombshells. I'll do some work around the shop or something. Let me just get $20. I was so broke, dude. But I didn't really want people to know that type of me. Like, I didn't want to show.
Right.
So like down in the gutters, I was just broke. And I just kind of got tired of it. And that's whenever I met one of my mentors, who I still work with today. He's my business partner. And once I met him, and I seen how he came up from the same side of my town.
Wow.
And I seen him go from broke joke to now living under Travis Scott.
Right.
A place in downtown Galleria.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I've seen him, go from a broken Infiniti to a Mercedes, and I was just like, dude, how the hell are you making that money? So I ended up getting involved in working with him, and just getting the mentorship, shifting your paradigm of thinking, and just kind of doing and surrounding yourself with different people. It shoots you up real quick.
Wow.
So did you have to let go of a lot of like, as far as you like, you had to let go of bad habits, but then your friends that you surrounded yourself with, then how did you have to be like, okay, listen guys, like I can't go out anymore, I can't like go to Thirsty Thursdays anymore? Like how did you introduce that idea?
I didn't. I just stopped.
You just stopped cold? Like,
because this is what happened. I knew that there was people, like I would surround myself with very wealthy people. Like, I'm not talking people that make 300,000, 200,000, 100,000. I'm talking about people that make that monthly.
Right.
You know, people that were like making 850,000. People that I've seen go from, you know, normal 9-to-5 jobs, making minimum wage, to making more than 6 figures per month. And I've seen the progression. And so I started asking myself, okay, I started hearing this quote. They would always say, if you do what people do, say what they say, you get what they have every single time. And so I knew that if I wanted to become successful, I couldn't just be like everybody else. I couldn't do, like, you look at millionaires, they don't go out and party every weekend. Mm-hmm. You know, they eat a certain way, they eat certain things, they drink certain things, you know, they meditate, they have their own peace of mind. Same thing like you do and stuff. Yeah, routines.
A lot of
routines.
They're disciplined.
Yeah, they're disciplined. And one of the habits I knew that I had to break was drinking and partying, because I would literally go out like 3 to 5 times a week, blowing like $50 to $200 a night. Yeah. Oh, wow. And so I was just blowing money, like, and I would get drunk. I turn into a very nice drunk person whenever I'm drunk, and so
you give away the stuff for free.
Yeah, I'm buying them shots real quick. They're super nice people. Fuck it, you know, drunk on me.
Yeah,
and, like I was just drunk, and I love having a good time with good people. And if you treat me right, I treat you right. Like, and I'm just a giving person.
You're super friendly.
I'm a super friendly person, super friendly and super genuine. Yeah. But yeah, as far as telling friends, I didn't really tell them anything. I was just kind of like, hey bro, I'm busy, or I didn't answer their calls. I was just kind of letting them get the hint of it through social media.
You got to emulate greatness. So if you're sitting here trying to like hang out with the buddies all day doing what they're doing, I mean, it's not to like put them down. Like, you guys aren't great guys, but you know, you're not the kind of people that I want to progress. You know, and there comes a time and a point in everybody's life when it's either like you got to kind of decide if you're gonna surpass your friends or not. And it's a weird thing that we all go through. I've got friends that are still bumming in their mom's garage, you know, and meanwhile I'm over here trying to lock down Cadillacs and do my thing too, you know. And they're looking at me like, damn, you're doing it. Like, yeah, man, I sold my first business when I was 26. Like, you're still living in your mom's garage. Like, it sucks. We can still be bros, but at the same time, like, I don't fuck with you like I used to fuck with you, because I'm still trying to grind every day. I don't have time to like hang out. Like, it's weird, but at the same time, we do.
It's like
find
you care
times.
for them, but you just it's not a matter of like thinking you're better than them. It's not a matter of, you know, thinking you know you ain't shit. It's just a matter of, hey dude, look, I'm on a higher frequency. I learned this from Bob Proctor. If you ever heard the movie or watched the movie The Secret or read the book The Secret, I highly recommend everybody would read it and watch it. YouTube, it's for free. He talks about being on different vibrations. It goes a lot into the spiritual side of success, and understanding the mind and psychology, and you know that's why people say, you know, I get a bad vibe from this guy, because I'm on a different frequency. If I'm like, if I'm awkward, you're gonna feel kind of off, right? So if I want to be on a higher frequency, I gotta carry myself, talk a certain way, you know, act a certain way,
10,000 beats a minute,
and I gotta work a certain way, right? Instead of, you know, hating 80 hours a week, you gotta love 100 hours a week. You know, and you understand this. You barely sleep. You know, you do what you do, and everybody has their own niche. Though it's not for everybody. Everybody has their own passion, and that's not to judge. That's perfectly fine. I tell people all the time, it's not about chasing money. It's about chasing freedom and finding your fulfillment. Exactly. And you know, one of the things that I tell people is, if you can turn your passion into a career, you're not going to work a day in your life. And that's not coming from me. That's, you know, passed down information that I've learned. So but to answer your question, I just kind of moved with it.
Nice.
And whenever you were shifting into now learning and working with Jonathan, right?
Jonathan Silva,
working with Jonathan, did you ever did you ever have any doubts, or like, because you saw him do it, you were pretty confident that you could do it as well, right?
Yes. That's actually a great question. You're asking me everything that I was hoping to ask. No, it was just whenever he started mentoring me, wait, hold on, say the question again.
Like, did you ever have any doubts whenever you first, like, you saw him doing his thing growing?
No.
And then,
Okay, perfect. So, no, I didn't have any doubts at all because it's kind of like similar to when, okay, say for example, if I worked at the refinery jobs and I had a friend that was looking for a job, he'd obviously want to get a job there because I make a lot of money, right? Why does he want to make a lot of money and work there? Because he knew I did it.
And he trusts you.
He can trust you.
Yeah.
Right? And so the same exact thing with Jonathan. When I seen him, I was like, look, dude, I was working at Fitness Connection whenever I met him. I was a front desk associate, and he went to the gym. And back then when I met him, he was, he was real different. He was the type of kid you wouldn't want to surround yourself with because you know you might get into some trouble.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I seen him develop as a person. Like I seen him go from broke to being rich. I've seen him go from broke up in Infinity that barely started to driving a Mercedes Benz. I've seen him make multiple six figures, dress a certain way, be around multimillionaires. So I was like, dude, if he can do it on the same side of my town, then I can do the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I basically just try to get to people's heads and just kind of pick their brain a little bit, because if you can just be that one spark to whatever ignites it to the gasoline, you can start a huge impact. Like you can make an impact into other people, and that's what you do all the time. Like as positive people, as influencers, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It feels better. We chase happiness to impact other people.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset I want people to have, because if you chase money, I see a lot of people always chasing money. They're always begging for cash up deposits on Twitter. They're always, quoting rich people, and they're always talking about money. Or I've seen people post, those greedy people, they post all the time where they're just like, don't talk to me if you're not about my money. Or what I mean? Right. And I tell people all the time, don't ever chase money, because say for example, if you go for a dream and the money doesn't come, you're gonna give up on yourself.
Yeah.
On top of that, money is printed every single day, but regardless, it's gonna come, and it comes and circulates. I tell people to chase the impact, because you never get tired of impacting other people. When people tell you thank you, or you get messages on Instagram and they tell you thank you for everything that you've done, that's more meaningful. Yeah, it's
At the end of the day, that's really what matters. Personal satisfaction. You can make all the money in the world and then not affect anybody's life. And at the end of the day, you probably sit back and think to yourself, like, what was it all for? You didn't make that one person smile. I don't feel good about myself. Making people smile and impacting their lives for the better ultimately makes you feel better. So it's not even about the money anymore. It's about the personal satisfaction at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I did, I know, I'm just going to put this out there. I know a lot of people talk a lot of shit about IML.
Yes.
But what I really do like about IML, and from being, I think I was more of the customer side than the affiliate or whatever.
Well, hold on. I don't know what IML is.
Okay. Can you explain what IML is?
IML is simply an academy, and it just simply educates people on how to trade foreign exchange and cryptocurrency. Okay. And they just professionalize in just educating people on something that should be taught in schools but isn't taught in schools. Nice. To where people can learn it. But now, the thing is, the difference between IML and other courses that people can take is that other courses, they'll charge $10,000 or $5,000 for a 6-month course. And right here, you're just paying a monthly membership and just getting services that you can literally just be a customer and make money online just by using the services. Okay. So we have people making between $50 to $200 a day. Oh wow! Just using the services and click of a button.
And they're trading and
foreign exchange.
It's trading, yeah.
Nice. It's super dope. Once you get the hang of it, it's super fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I was really into the trading aspect of it, but also since they do have the program where if you recruit more members, you get paid for it, and that pays for your membership. Mm-hmm. And your membership includes getting trained by other mentors that also have made really big names for themselves in the foreign exchange community and stuff like that. But what I really like about IML is, and that's, I'm just speaking on the team that I was a part of, because I was part of a really great team, and unfortunately not everyone's had that experience. But I think our team was really, really good, to where they bring people on, and from people that would have never thought that they could have this potential, and then we recruited them, and now they're we enable them, or you guys enable them and empower them, and really seeing that, could you describe that part of it from, for example, whenever you started with them in January, I think, and then until now, what are some things that you've seen that have really grown with enabling people, empowering people, how you're saying, impacting other people's lives? So
much. So I actually have a woman on my team. Her name is Zelly.
Yeah.
And she, you met her before. Her, she's super sweet. She's awesome, and she's a 28-year-old mother. She has a child, and you know, she was just sick and tired of her job every single day. It was the same routine. She wanted a purpose, and so she couldn't speak any English. She was super shy. She's super shy. Didn't like to be up in front of crowds, and she started learning from Kennedy, which is her brother, and he started teaching her trading, just learning the trades and stuff, learning the material and the programs, and was watching the videos, getting educated, and now today she's already at P600, which is a rank in a company to where now you're earning 600 residually an extra month. So it's literally it's just showing people the bigger side of things. Like, a lot of people bash it, but it's like, dude, it makes total sense.
Now, why would they bash it?
A lot of people always call things a scam. Like, anything they see is a pyramid scheme, scam, whatever.
I was speaking on that. Over the weekend, I ran across a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
WFG, World Financial Group.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Ventures, yes.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Long story short, it was basically a long sale, and at the end of it, you pay them $100 and you walk away with nothing. Like, quite literally nothing. They give you a title, and you pay for like a title, and then you become an affiliate, and then you sell. But you have to pay $100, and so that's where it's at. And if you walk away after you pay $100, you don't get your $100 back.
Yeah.
So you didn't really do anything. They didn't really get you. And it's a long sale. They invited me back again after I sat there for Saturday, and then they invited me back on Monday, and I was like, I'm not coming back, guys. You guys aren't gonna get me. I knew exactly what it was.
I think, like, there's such a bad stigma on pyramid schemes, but technically everything is a pyramid scheme if you think about it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not all, you know, there are structures to where it's like a tier structure, and, you know, it all does make sense, and it is on the up and up. It's definitely not, they're not all like that. Like I said, there's nothing like. And
also, you get what you put out, you know, like, if you go in there thinking.
It's literally ultimately like college, pretty much.
Yeah. And I don't think that there should be this, like, terrible stigma on it, because people do have a lot of success stories.
There's a lot, and it's just breaking it down to logic. It's just literally breaking it down to logic, because a lot of people, it's just, it gets so deep, and I love it so much. I can go on for days talking about it, but it's just literally breaking it down to logic, just understanding and shifting the paradigm of thinking. Like, most people are just taught a certain way. Like, literally, it says there's a guy named Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he's on YouTube. He will brain function, literally. Again, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he explains whenever you're first born to when you're 7 years old, you enter this imaginative state called theta.
Okay.
Right. That's why we can make, you know, guns out of sticks. We can make mud pies. You know, we can make forts out of tents. We can play aliens. We can imagine things. Right. We have a creative sense. After 7 years old, we start entering the real world, which is going to school. Now we realize there's rules.
We're conscious of the world
around us. And that's why most people go into security mode. They're programmed to be into security mode. And this is going back to just speaking in logic. They go into security mode. And why do I say they're taught and programmed to become in security mode? Is because, say, for example, whenever you were younger, if you got bad grades on your tests, you were scared to tell your parents. Right? And so you're scared now of failure. So now from when you're 7 years old on to 18 years old, you've been programmed, don't fail. You're
trained that it's bad to, like, not.
And so a lot of people now have this sense of, oh, you're a failure, oh, you're this. So people go into security mode. They want to do something where they feel secure. That's why most parents say, go and get a secure job. That's why most people want to have that secure check.
Let's talk about college.
Girl, I will go brain shit. Oh, let's fuck it up. Let's do it. I'm fucking down.
Why are you in college? What is your...
Fuck that shit, bro. Okay, so I went to college, but it was a community college. It was just San Jack South. And I went there for 3 semesters, but I failed every class every semester. I was literally, I was the same in high school, right? I was a C, D,
I knew college wasn't for me.
Yeah, I knew, after I went 3 semesters, the teacher I was in computer class, and she was telling me literally how to do Excel or some shit. I would just sit there and just look at all the girls and like, bro, I don't want to talk to that chick next. I was an idiot. And so, but what's crazy is that actually, just to break it in real quick in the story, I actually like a couple months back, I actually got asked to go speak at the Honor Society class
No
at my
way.
high school. So I was like, "Fuck you guys!"
Wow.
Yo, my bitches today. No, but the same theory I have now, I'm telling y'all, but or I told them. But yeah, I went to college. I was, like I said, I didn't care about classes. I failed every class every semester. And the reason why I just don't believe in college now, like I realized I was in class. This is a true story. I was in class. I don't know if I told you this, but I was in it was like a business economic class. And I was just sitting there and the teacher's talking about stuff, like the same shit I learned in high school, right? And I paid like $1,300 for these classes. I don't know, just the same bullshit that I was learning in high school.
Yeah.
It's just like a repetitive state. And so she was talking and she had a class she asked if anybody had a question before the class ended. I said, "How do I know this theory works? How do I know what you're talking about works?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, you're talking about business. You're talking about, some finance here. You're talking about how do I know it'll work? Will it make me successful?" She said, "Why are you questioning me?" And I said, "Well, because I just want to know."
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, I know what I'm talking about. I have a degree in teaching this. And like I'm educating this."
Oh, okay.
And I told her, I was like, "Well, it just doesn't make sense how you've never had a business.
Right.
You've never made over 6 figures, let alone million figures, or $1 million
Yeah.
or more. You're not having the lifestyle that I would want. Well, why are you teaching people that don't care about what they want to know?" Like,
Yeah.
Because everybody in that class, they were just like, "Dude, I want to make more money." She's talking about some basic shit. Everybody. There was about 30 kids in the class.
Yeah. They were all on.
And she told me to get up and get out of the class. And so that's whenever I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm doing my own route. I'm dropping out.
Yeah.
And so once I dropped out, and it's ridiculous. I mean, if you look at the statistics, there's barely any kids that are actually getting jobs that they went to college for. And if they are, they're miserable. If they're working with people that they hate, they're getting paid under the educational level, or working a job that was not meant from what they or not what they learned from.
Yeah. It's a business.
Yeah, it's a business. It takes a while. I mean, you can go work for Google without a degree today.
Yeah.
So I ended up dropping out, and then in December 2017, that's whenever I started working with Jonathan, and he was a dropout. He was. I knew that he was in the same route I was.
Right.
He was in the same position. I said, okay, and going back again. We came from the same background, so I knew I could do it. So I started working with him in December 2017, and in 2018 I was able to clear over 100, or no, up to, it was like 109, 110,000.
Congratulations!
So it was a huge blessing. It was a huge blessing. And in that, whenever I started working with him, there was things that I didn't want to do that I had to do.
Yeah.
That most people are afraid to do, right? And so he told me, he was like, before you start working with me, and this was like, I think in January 2018, he said, before we start pushing this, and before I start mentoring you, I need to know what your answer is going to be. And he asked me, he says, if not now, when? If not you, who? If not this, what? And it got me thinking. I was just like, dude, you're right. And he was like, you just need to do what other people are not willing to do so you can get what other people don't have. And so, and I see that quote all the time. I see it on Pinterest, I see it on Instagram, but nobody really sees it, right? And there's things around us that gives us signs all the time. Like, for example, we have this sign in Houston. It's called Be Someone. But nobody's being someone. Nobody's trying to be someone. We quote the rich people on Twitter. Yeah. They talk about how we want to make all this money, or it must be nice to be rich. Well, why don't you fucking learn from them? Yeah. Right? It's just logic. Emulate. Yeah, just emulate. You just got to literally do what they do, say what they say, think how they think. Yep. And you'll get what they have every single time. And it's ridiculous how people they always bash other people, like everybody calls IML a scam. They're just still confused about money. Right. That's what it stands for.
Right. But the people that have actually gone through with, what you're supposed to do with IML and the way that you are actually supposed to go about it have been really successful.
Yeah, there's a kid named Bryce Thompson, super dope dude, super humble. He's from Acres Homes, or he's on the north side, the bad side of town. Yeah. He ended up in two years, a little over 2 years. He ended up becoming chairman 250, which is a rank in the company now, has over 10,000 people in his organization. Wow. Yeah, and has built a huge organization of people. He's just cracking chairmans left and right. And chairman 250 is where he's now making $250,000 per month at age 23.
Oh my.
And he did it in less than 3 years.
It's crazy.
Wow.
And most people are going to college paying $100,000
Absolutely.
working a $40,000 a year job.
Yeah.
And they've been going to college for 4+ years, 5+ years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So that's why I don't believe so much in college. Let's go back to the other question is that's why I don't do college.
Yeah.
But it's up to anybody. Everybody, like I said, everybody has their own taste.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's a whole nother YouTube conspiracy video that we could make.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like everybody literally has the ability to make a lot of money. Like it'll take time, but there's ways you can get it a lot faster.
Oh yeah.
Right? I see people.
I always tell people like you gotta have multiple avenues of income. If you're wondering like why you're not rich, it's because you're working the same job, taking home the same paycheck, and then hoping that somewhere along the lines more money is gonna make it to you. But if you're not taking that money and doing something with it, even a little portion of it, and trying to double it and trying to triple it, take that triple and then try and double that and then triple that.
Yeah, isn't that like the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Or
like nothing's gonna change if you don't change.
Or just getting a new job isn't going to make you more money.
with the same habits. A better job with your same habits isn't going to get you anywhere you weren't before.
You need to like try and find new ways to make money all the time.
Yeah, you need to get disciplined. Get your shit
but I just
together.
say never just have one hustle. You must always have multiple avenues of income. And if you don't, then that's the reason.
And if you
why.
don't and you're happy with not, then stop complaining about it.
I guess
Exactly.
so.
Thank you. Yes. Like I think it is mainly just because like it's literally in front of us every single day. We have Instagram, right? We have social media. Nobody looks at social media as billboards.
Right.
Nobody
sees
absolutely. Social media as a marketing tool. They just see it as entertainment. You
Yeah.
know, like being 25, scrolling on Instagram all day, it just gets boring.
Yeah.
And like there's some things that you could do that can make more money. Instead of going out drinking, you can go out and make, a side hustle. And today it's the 21st century. Like literally everybody's doing exactly, and it goes to financial and how money works. It's just financial literacy. And they don't teach that in colleges, which it should be taught in colleges. Like a lot of people would literally be making a hell of a lot more money if they were taught financial literacy. And that's just going back to...
if we were taught that even in grade school, that would be great.
Yeah.
You don't even think about even making money until you're like, oh, I'll worry about making money when I'm out of college. Or after I graduate or something like that. You don't even think like when you're 15 years old, you're like, man, I need to make money now. Like you don't even think like, and sometimes I always like, I'm like every now and then, I'm like, gotta listen to rap music. You just do. Because they don't ever shut up about making money. Like that's the one thing I'll give them.
Culture.
They're like about making
porn.
money.
money and booty.
So if you're not like and the booty. But I'm just saying like every now and then if you need a little pump and all you've been listening to is some rock or some EDM or something, like crank some goddamn gangster music and listen about the love of money and making that money, stacking your paper, man, because that's what it's about. You know?
Yes, sir.
So where are you expecting? Where is your photography career right now?
So
So
a lot of people will still message me every now and then. Pretty much, I'm not gonna lie. Every now and then.
Multiple avenues of income.
Exactly, but it's an extra source of income.
He does like 3, 4, 5 different things.
Exactly, and it's fun to be busy. You feel more productive. You feel fulfilled because you're doing other productive stuff. But I'm still doing photography here and there, but I'm more so just focused on this because whatever can make me a bigger amount of income.
That's what you're gonna focus your time on.
With it.
Yeah.
Where do you? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Where do you want to go with it? Like, what are you wanting? Like, is that like your dream career?
As a photographer?
Yeah. Is it like just a hobby? Where do you
Where do you
want to go?
It's more of a hobby because I like, and this is not to talk down any of my photographer friends because I love y'all, but like photography, it won't bring in the bread that I want to make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I want to make real money, I'm gonna have to put it into my real hustle.
Yeah.
Like, same thing with like anything. If people want to be successful, and that ties down to what you just said earlier, like anybody who's just focused on becoming successful at a certain thing, career field or passion, they're success.
Yeah.
Right. And so like,
on it, though.
if I see it, like anybody else wants to be something, like if you want to be a professional soccer player. Right, as you're progressing, you're going to practice. You are a success already because you're progressing.
Yeah.
So the same thing with my husband. Like I focus more on trading and stuff, but photography. I still like to go shoot every now and then. I still ask models to collaborate if they're down to collaborate, and I still take clients still. So I shoot with them every now and then too.
Nice.
Or anybody that books me.
Yeah.
Okay, we can play our game now. This is per Nishu. He wasn't able to make it today, so on his behalf, here are some questions.
Oh, hell. I thought it was like that kind of game.
Oh, like Duck, Duck, Goose?
Game. I was like, oh, shit. Okay.
Like we're going to chase each other. We're going to play tag. Okay, so who would you rather...
But it doesn't make sense.
Who would you rather...
Be stuck on an island with? Who would you rather be stuck on an island with?
Okay. Jordan Belfort.
Or
Gary V.
Oh, fuck.
30 seconds. You have lifelines.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. Stuck on an island with.
Fucking Gary V, because I know he's gonna keep on telling me not to be a bitch and just keep
yeah.
Stop
totally.
complaining.
Like, yeah,
Stop whining.
Have an idea.
It's only momentary. I know. I mean,
Execute.
if you think about it, because you got to look at Jordan Belfort and his story. So he would panic under pressure. He wouldn't be.
You're right.
Oh.
You're right.
Yeah. So I feel like Gary V. I feel more motivated in doing shit.
Okay, what goes next?
Okay, you want to ask the next one?
Well, I mean, let's see what it is.
I like this kid.
Okay. And then his Gary V.
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. And so it complicates it more. On a deserted island with Gary V or Grant Cardone.
Cardone.
Do you know this guy?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
There we go.
Heck yeah.
In a desert island.
On a deserted island.
Oh, deserted island. That would probably have to be Grant Cardone, because he can fly me out of there. He has a private jet.
Oh.
This is a personally selfish question. Which, like, if you could go to a workshop from any of these, like, really big names in the self-improvement
Throw Tony
niche.
Robbins in there.
Yeah.
Alive or just alive people or dead people kind of people?
I mean, if the...
Who's dead?
Or are we just talking about anybody that's alive that
I
you
guess, like, someone's
'Cause they have
workshop
seminars
in the,
too, that's why.
in the,
Oh,
in the
yeah.
self-development. And, like...
Shout out to y'all niggas. I still listen to y'all pimp.
If you could go to any workshop...
You changed my life from the grave.
Oh, man, I feel like shit right now, bro. I feel so bad. Okay, go ahead. I'm done.
Okay, wait. Okay, if you
Any
could-
seminar of somebody that's successful.
Yeah, someone like a big name in the self-improvement industry right now.
Honestly, probably Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
He attends
Why?
everything. I know it's gonna be some badass shit. Plus, he brings like 10 different other speakers, so I know I'm gonna get a lot
Yeah.
of shit.
You know, I've been listening to him for a lot. I think that's how when you first stood out to me was because I've been listening to Grant Cardone since I was like 14. Like,
Dude,
I have to see me in my car right now.
Yes.
And I have like 3 of his books, like the 10X one, the Sell or Be Sold one. Like
remember
I've
that.
been reading that
Sell or Be
shit.
Sold. I love Sell or Be Sold.
And I have his like quote book. So whenever you posted something on your story about Grant Cardone, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Because this was before the rise of the self-improvement niche on Instagram. And I was like, dude, you know who Grant Cardone is?
Yeah,
And
I remember you
started
messaging
DMing.
me.
Yeah.
You DM'd me, and I
this
was like,
last-
yes.
Yeah. What were we
Great
talking
stories,
about?
man.
Awesome. Bonding.
Bonding basketball, bro.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Was there one other one?
He said, or Tony Robbins
Oh yeah.
on an island
No, in a burning house.
in a burning house.
Hey, who, what?
In
Okay.
a burning house, would you rather be between Grant Cardone or Tony Robbins? Escaping a burning
Grant
building.
Cardone.
Grant Cardone. All the way. That's your boy.
I fuck with Grant Cardone.
That's your boy. Y'all going
I feel like he has more balls, dude. Like, he'd
gonna
be
make
like,
it out of
hey,
this.
fuck this shit. We're pushing
Yeah.
the ball.
Yeah, action situation. That's your boy.
Yeah, like, you wouldn't give a damn.
Would you do the thing that they do at the Tony Robbins seminars where they walk on the coal?
Fuck no.
You wouldn't
I
do
look like, look, dude, y'all got.
I'm out.
You know,
I'm
I
good.
love my patas. Fuck you guys, I'm out. You know, I
Nice.
put my hand on a comal one time when I was younger. I was like 3 years old. Like, I started telling my grandma, you quiero tortillas ahí. And my dumb ass got a cinnamon bun on my hand. So, ever since then, I don't fuck with fire.
Oh man, yeah.
Okay.
Big flashback to the past.
Yeah, it took me back to when I burned my hand bad. It was bad.
We're talking about burning hands now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you gonna ask? Have you ever thought that burning skin smells like chile relleno?
It's so gross. 'Cause it's
I
like
don't
flesh.
fuck with that shit, dude. It's so
like
gross.
blood flesh.
Yeah, it smells nasty.
You know, like whenever you're like stretching out your ears a
little.
little bit, like when people stretch their ears out, it smells so gross.
When it's what?
When
Stretch
people
your
stretch
ear.
their ears, like
I've
gauges.
never stretched my
It
ears.
smells like cheese.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's
That's pretty
gross.
gross. It's pretty wild.
Sounds unsanitary.
Shut up. I mean, you're supposed to clean them every day, but if you don't,
They get gunkified.
Gunkified as fuck. My sister
Scrape it on a
like that
cracker.
with my earring. I had my ears pierced when I was younger. I was like, oh, cool. You know?
Yeah. I
But
got a stud, yeah.
she always gets an earring, and she'll just kind of like pick
Open it up.
Yeah, like she's my little sister. She's my
Real-
baby
real
princess.
cute.
She loves me.
oh, I've seen her on your story.
Yeah, it's my
She's cute.
everything.
Where do you see yourself in a year?
In a year,
Yeah.
I want to hit chairman. 10 at least.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
10,000 a month.
Nice.
10,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
But
talking about.
in order
You
to
heard
do
it here
that,
first.
Yes, in order to do that, I need to help 10 other a couple of other individuals.
Nice.
Make 1,000 a month and 5,000 a month. So I'm actually looking for people that
You
actually
gotta change their lives.
Yeah, but not only that, mainly want to impact other people, not make
Yeah.
the money, but impact other people.
Right.
Show people a route to where they can get educated on a different skill set that they can learn and it can never be taken away, and they can make money for a lifetime
Yeah.
Nice.
and use it for everything.
It's a great goal.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that was awesome.
last question.
Would you rather skydive, or would you rather skydive with no parachute, where a guy comes down and like gives you a parachute that you have to put on at the last second to like save your life, or would you rather be like underwater with like the last of your air tank, but you know a guy's coming to give you a new air tank to save your life?
Oh, that'd give me so much anxiety. Oh my god. Is that? Oh fuck's sake.
I'm gonna block that out.
I'm not gonna
I can't
lie.
Process that.
Oh, that is deep. I'd probably do parachute because I've always wanted to skydive. But if this, I'm making fucking sure it's secure, bro. I mean,
Okay, the parachute it is. Nice.
yeah.
Okay, last question, the most important one.
Do you put butter on your popcorn when you go to the movies?
Fuck yeah, dude! I dressed the bitch. Dude, I love butter, bro. It's so good.
Okay, last question.
I'm so glad I smoked before this, bro.
How
Hershey's or Starburst?
Ooh, Starburst.
Juicy.
Yeah.
It's so juicy, y'all.
Okay, ready?
There you go. Last question.
Last question.
Okay.
How
Crest or Colgate?
I love Crest. I love this guy. He's fucking awesome as fuck. Oh yeah. I'm adding you on Instagram, bro. Follow.
follow? How do you want to be remembered?
Just as somebody who's a positive, influential person who impacted other people.
Nice.
Nice.
That was nice. The
That's
guy
it.
knows who he wants to be.
Point blank period.
There you go.
Point blank. Period.
Done and done. Well, this was a great podcast
Yeah.
interview. It was really
Yeah, this was
awesome
fun.
to like
Dope. I loved it.
meet
Good.
you and get to know you
Hell
and
yeah.
all that. Definitely going to be a follower.
We're gonna
And
have
who
events
knows?
too, so you should come to
When
them.
are they?
I don't know.
Just let me know, dude.
Yeah.
We
Let me
just
know ahead
started,
of
but
time.
we're like building a little community, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in Houston.
I'm gonna shout y'all the hell out.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell
Dope.
my mama's on my tias.
Yes.
Be like, I was on the news, mom.
Yeah.
Mírame, tía. Soy un superstar.
Soy famoso.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure though.
Okay,
I'm
but
excited.
yeah, where can people find you though? Shout yourself
on
out.
Instagram, OTICZ, and then my Twitter is OTICZ_, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or just type in OTICZ, you'll see me.
Okay.
Yes.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. New shit.
Okay, thank you everyone for watching, and make sure to catch us on the next episode. We will be interviewing, I don't know who's next.
Somebody freaking awesome and amazing.
maybe
You'll have to watch
you.
that and find out.
Comment
Maybe,
below.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
want to be on? Check it out. All right. Later, guys.